What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. In today's video, we are focusing on TXT with today's episode 4 of Spotlight. And if you guys are new here, Spotlight is basically like a random series that I created on the spot when I kind of like wanted to explore more of a group that I'm either very excited about but don't know necessarily as much, or completely unfamiliar with but still excited about checking them out. And Spotlight kind of allows me to focus more on their songs and react to more of their songs, while at the same time not create a 40 or 30-minute video off of a 3-minute song. So we're kind of compromising on the review section. We're still going to talk about some of the lyrics, some of the visuals, but I'm not going to go too in depth and kind of like turn each song into... This reaction is hopefully not going to be a 2-hour reaction if I was doing it with the usual style, but in doing so, I do get the chance to listen to more of a group that I'm excited about. And TXT is definitely one of those groups. So I'm very excited because they are coming back on the 27th. And apologies in advance, that reaction is probably not going to be available on the 27th. That's probably going to happen on the 28th or even the 29th for some personal reasons. So apologies for that, but very excited. I've only checked out 2 of their songs and absolutely loved both of them. I feel like with some of the songs that we'll be checking out in today's video, we're going to see more of the, I guess, cuter side of TXT, but there's also a specific song that I'm very intrigued by that I feel is going to be incredibly darker than even Good Boy Gone Bad. And I'm sure that this reaction, I will not be able to cover everything. I'm sure that people are going to be disappointed that I didn't react to song A, B, and C and everything else. So please do keep that in mind, because even if I wanted to react to more songs, more than 5, I feel like the video is going to get blocked anyway. So for that reason, I'm pretty sure we're actually going to do a 5 music video reaction with this one. So without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, check out the Patreon if you want to see some exclusive reactions, and by doing so, also support the production of these videos here on YouTube. There's a full list when you get to the tier without ever needing to sign up. You can check out the list of all of the available reactions, and if you see something that you may like, consider subscribing, and let's get into it. Whoa, wings, nice. So this is the debut. Nice. Damn. Ooh. Nice. Oh, this is fun. Oh. Damn. The whole Inception thing happening with the buildings and the way they're sitting on them or standing. Ooh, Matrix. Nice. It's interesting that the clothes, everything is blue. Like depression, sadness blue. I love that signal sound in the background. Oh. The song is a lot of fun, but it still touches on loneliness and whatnot. So that's actually, that's really cool. And I love like that, not stock footage, those overlays and whatnot, and breaking the frame and all that kind of stuff is really cool, creating that 3D effect. Okay, I gotta be honest. This song kind of reminded me of why I fell in love with K-pop, because I made a little trailer talking about why I fell in love with K-pop, as far as hearing the poppiness of the music, but then when you look into the lyrics and you look into the visuals also, you see like another meaning behind it. Because if I listen to the song without knowing the language, without knowing the lyrics, I would be like, this is a fun song. This sounds very warm and almost like a very fulfilling kind of song. There's something about it that just makes you smile makes your day warm on a rainy day or something. But then when you look into the lyrics, and you look into some of the visuals, like even this visual being boxed inside that blue cube, almost as if like the blue represents basically like loneliness. As far last time I checked, like one of the most popular meanings of the color blue is sadness and depression. And they're constantly being stuck in it. And even like the lyrics with the horns, as we see the visuals of literal horns. The Matrix scene with all of the what looks like blue clothes just swarming them. When Neo says, I need all of the guns, and that same thing happens visually there. It's like loneliness kind of like surrounds me. This song kind of feels like a song that lets you know that you're not alone, but it's also a song that lets you know that they experience the same things. And especially as a rookie group at the time, the fact that this is their debut, and to debut with such a powerful and almost like this wholesome message, like the song already feels like a song for the fandom. And I don't even know if their fandom's name was already was already announced by this point. It almost feels like they're singing to their fans, or they're singing to whoever it is willing to listen, whoever is feeling burdened by the world, and it feels like the world is not fair, and it feels very blue, basically. And like even them like sitting almost like, it kind of reminded me of Inception with the way that they were sitting on that building, and there was literally like a scene with the house, almost like it looked like something from like an Inception-ish type of visual with the building. It feels like their world is almost like kind of upside down, but at the same time it's almost like embracing who they are, so that they stop feeling the loneliness, because the loneliness is almost like mental, and it feels like the world is up against you and is out to get you. But at the same time, it's all about your mindset and how you choose to show yourself to the world. It's almost like you attract what you are. And if you're always sad and lonely, you can't be expecting a light at the end of the tunnel when you don't ever think about that light yourself. Are your wings the same pain like mine? Like literally kind of like trying to relate to anyone who feels the same. Uh and by doing so we can kind of like find each other. Maybe the song even like talks about them as rookies, and maybe that the road for them to become who they are was not an easy one, because becoming an idol is a bitch. And I can't even fathom how much stress that can put on you. uh and them literally saying, I got no one but you is the one who is looking into the mirror but sees someone who is unfamiliar, much like the lyrics actually says, you who's staring at me blankly in the mirror is not me, like not being able to recognize myself. And like really in a very hopeful way they talk about depression basically, and wanting to disappear, wanting to not knowing who you are, kind of like trying to find yourself. Maybe at how young were they when they debuted? I don't even know their ages, to be honest, but I would assume that they're close to teenagers. So that song could like relate to people that are in their teens, but also people from all walks of life, really, who feel alone, who feel stuck at a job, who feel like the world is out to get them, who feel like, there's no happy ending for me in this world. I don't care if you're 15, 20, or 45 or 65, you can have that feeling. Even like the scene is like literally the whole world is kind of like upside down for them. And by you becoming my crown is almost like you complete me. This song is really, really hopeful and almost like the stop the suffering, and they're saying abracadabra, like basically like trying to cast a spell, like that this song will make you forget about your suffering and make you want to move forward instead of like being drowned in your own burdens and sadness and whatnot. The chorus almost like kind of like reminds me of like accepting yourself for who you are. Like my heart is a mayhem, but I love it because I found you, and in that mayhem I found someone that completes me. So this could easily be like a song not just to the fans but to themselves and to anyone who kind of feels the same way. And also even the bridge talking about how they're still a little bit worried and standing between the cold sneer and the loneliness, but it's you who kind of who made the difference. So yeah, I feel like the song is incredibly meaningful, and the delivery adds a layer of sweetness on top of a very kind-hearted message that focuses on being depressed and being lonely, and just to let you know that you're not actually alone. I was expecting something on the more cuter side, but I didn't expect it to already right off the bat for TXT to be so incredibly relatable. So this was absolutely wonderful. Let's move on to the next one. Almost looks like thunderstorm or something. Nice. So imagining a situation where I can run away. Nice. I love the way they set it up, because you already realize that, he feels like he doesn't belong because all the kids are happy together, and he's the only one who's standing and staring at the camera like this isn't the life that fulfills me and whatnot. Nice.
나만 빼다 행복한 것만 같아 우는 것보다 웃을 때가 더 아파 날 참아보려 해도 버텨보려 해도 그게 잘 돼 지금 내게 네 손이 필요해 그때 눈물이 날 텐데 손이 꼭 잡아 도망갈까 숨겨진 구와 사는 삶은 함께 약할 수 있어
9 3/4. So it was Abracadabra first, now it's Bibbidi Bobbidi and Magic Island, so the like magic and spells is apparently a thing. Maybe I'm forgetting something from Good Boy Gone Bad, which but oh, the world is upside down because it's not real. Damn. Whoa. Galactical almost. Space, yeah. Oh. Oh, nice. Whoa. Oh.
캄캄한 밤 그게 땅 밑에서 본 순간 마법은 시작됐어
Ooh. Getting some Alice in Wonderland vibes. Oh. It's not real. Damn. Because he uncovered the finger and there was no wound or anything, right? So that's like a representation of, like, to bring it back to Inception, I guess. Didn't think I would be doing that, but with that, spinner, like if it spins, then it means that you're still in the dream world. Okay, so I gotta say this is probably like my favorite song by TXT so far, and I really really loved Good Boy Gone Bad. And Loser Lover was also incredible. Here's the thing, like all of the guys are kind of like literally the door that is being drawn is the door that is then burning, like the giant door. And we see all kinds of like UFOs, all things that are almost like an escape for them. And the word forever is also there as far as being trapped in a almost like an alternate reality forever, escaping. There's also a shark. Like the reality that I'm facing today is almost like I'm swimming in shark infested waters. I'm possibly like taking it a little bit too far, but it feels like all of the boys here, all of the guys here, well back then, just they're teens by this point, right? They want to escape basically. The wound that is being uncovered in the end when we see like the fire, it could be like a representation of one. The more obvious to me is like them obviously living in like this fantasy world, in this place called us, if I'm not mistaken, were the lyrics, because when we are together, uh we are all kind of healed, but also maybe because they are all together, the wound is almost like a metaphor to him being hurt and being together with his group, with the boys, is what healed him in a way. The door is burning. That's the interesting part, as it shows like almost like this flashback of the classroom actually burning as well. Is it like a representation of wanting to escape this reality at every cost, and watching the door burn? They watch it as almost like a magic show of some sort, but there was also like a fire extinguisher, but clearly it seemed to have not done the job. And literally the lyrics say together forever. I feel like there's a slightly dark symbolism behind this music video, as far as being together, escaping at every cost, because the world that I'm currently living in is not a world that I want to live in. There's also like lyrics, when the night is nearly ending, rewind the clock, rewind now. And it seems like the choreography even is resembling a clock as well. So the night is nearly ending. So once the night ends, once we hit midnight, we have to go back to reality or something. So we want to extend the time that we have to be ourselves, as they're literally just doing kid stuff like breaking rules and whatnot, jumping into the pool and creating like, and the rewind effect also in that pool really correlates with the lyrics as far as wanting to be together forever. Is that forever too far with my mindset? I'm thinking that they're living a fantasy in this music video, when in reality it's almost like the shenanigans that they're causing mayhem and whatnot, which is kind of appropriate to the previous song, which had my heart is a mayhem, but it's okay as long as I'm with you, which is also really 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 interesting. So as they're living like this fantasy world where they are all together and they're watching this door burn, in reality they're being children, basically causing havoc and chaos, and things perhaps escalated a little bit too much with the classroom burning, because the fire extinguisher didn't seem to do the game. The forbidden games and this magic hour, the blue flame flares up. So forbidden games, they're doing things that they're not supposed to do. The summoning of the spell, which is quite the thing with them so far, with these two songs that we've checked out, and the dreams become reality. So they're basically living a dream at the expense of their reality, which is like my dark thought of wanting to escape this world so badly that it might push them over the edge. The lyrics definitely talk about not wanting to live in this world and being very much sad and depressed. It hurts more when I smile than when I cry, because the times that I smile are so rare that it feels like a special occasion. I'm so much more used to crying. So the lyrics literally say, please be my eternity. If we cause something that propels us to the afterlife, we'll technically live forever. So that's kind of like my very, very dark theory. and with this music video, but it's really, really interesting. Like there's some lyrics that kind of indicate that in a way. Like Bungie, it's okay. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of kind of like doing whatever is necessary to for us to be together, forbidden games and all that kind of stuff. Summoning a spell. Part of the song almost like feels in a way like a cry for help. Part of the song feels like, you know, you are my rock, and as long as we're together, we can, there's nothing that we cannot do. But for now, it seems like they're focusing on living in like this fantasy in this dream world at the expense of the real world, where it seems like the classroom is actually burning and whatnot. Even like the wands and all that kind of stuff, literally living in a dream world, while in reality we have all of these little flashbacks of the things that are happening while they're fantasizing about escaping this fucked up reality. And even like them dancing in the water with the water covered floor, it almost feels like I'm drowning and the city is upside down. It's almost like my world is upside down, which is also something that I think I said in the previous music video. This is absolutely fucking awesome. I love the symbolism, and like them watching the beauty of that door burning as they're living in this dream world almost, and then he uncovers the bandage and there's no more wound. So it's either because it's to reassure him that it's a dream, or it's to reassure him that now that he's with his friends, he's okay. One of the two. You know, if you watched some of my reactions, I like to go very dark with some of my theories. I even took Blackpink's Whistle and I turned it into some kind of a Sabrina the Witch music video theory. So I like to take things, you know, kind of over the edge. Maybe there is a little bit of something there, because being together in a fantasy could have consequences in the real world, and that's what I kind of feel like is happening. This was absolutely beautiful. This is my favorite song by them so far. It's absolutely incredible. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, nice. Yeah, so he puts it out, but it still burns. So that's like... It could also mean like my world is burning and nothing can stop it. Like nothing can stop this depression, which... oh, whoa, there's some red stuff happening around her shirt. Blood over what looks like a smiley, which kind of reminds me of Watchmen. Thumbs up if you know the reference. This is really, really... Oh. Oh, damn. Nice transition. Oh. Damn, that looked... It almost like reminds me that you can be around people who love you and you'll love, but it's like depression is just something that comes and goes, and it can come to you at the most random of times. And you can be at a birthday party with your best friend and suddenly something clicks and the whole world turns red. Hold up. Oh. Okay, this is my favorite song. Let's take it back. And also Save Me, they also said, and the Save Me is almost like echoing in the background somewhere. You can barely hear it. And I believe Save Me were also some of the lyrics in Crown, right? Oh, the choreography. Oh. Okay. Damn. Oh. Oh, I want to give you a hug. Damn. Oh, holy shit. Oh my. Ooh, the Luma key transition. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was beautiful. That was some of the most beautiful choreography I think I've seen so far. Like in K-pop in general, I feel like this has got to be one of my favorite songs that I've checked out on the channel yet. And when I heard that riff in the background during that chorus, I was like, holy shit, this just pushed it over the edge for me to be a favorite of mine. And once again, I'm changing my mind. This is my favorite song by TXT. Yet I feel like maybe that'll change when I check out Frost, but I'm really, really blown away by this concept. The acting in this music video was absolutely spectacular, and it really kind of puts it into a perspective of how much idols have to do as far as whether it's writing lyrics, performing choreography, singing, performing live, but also acting. Acting is such a crucial part, and I feel like they really wore their emotions on their sleeves here. The fact that the music video starts with the previous song that we've checked out, where it's like it almost like represents growing up with someone, but that friendship unfortunately kind of turned sour. And it's not necessarily just because we just grew apart, we're into different things. It's almost like there's literal horror scenes that are depicted with fucking strawberries and tomatoes and red velvet cake. Possibly, I think I saw something. It feels like in the midst of them having fun, they have like this realization that suddenly I see these people who are such strangers to me, whereas they used to be my best friends. They used to be the people that I would run to, but now these are the people that I want to run away from. It's almost like they're trying to emphasize like trying to stay in a relationship by taking photos and like having new memories and all that kind of stuff, but it's all kind of forced. Even the acting maybe even feel a little bit like I'm doing this because it doesn't feel genuine. Like it feels like they're legitimately acting as if they're best friends, which is the whole purpose of this. As even like the oven gets set on fire and the fire gets more intense. The person that I cried for to save me with Crown is the same person that cannot save me anymore because they can't see me, they can't understand me anymore. And every time they have like a almost like this food fight, it starts off with smiles and laughs, but then it turns sour, which is almost like the representation of the blood and guts being torn apart, almost like this war scene of a friendship that turned sour, maybe turned toxic even potentially because of the amount of like quote unquote gore that is happening in this music video, and just the sadness and the depression. There's also lyrics of "I promise something something, you turn your back when the fire is burning," as literally when the world turns red. And there's also, I think, lyrics that say "crumbled sandcastle, who's a liar." So I feel like there's a bit of a toxicity, dancing fire at the end of the world, not being able to see me because you no longer care about me. You're a fake friend. There's maybe a toxic friendship. Each of the guys shows a portion where they're almost like realizing that this is not the friendship that it used to be, and when the scene turns red, whether it's with the chip in front of the TV or with the scene that turns incredibly dark with almost like playing as if I'm covering you with that sheet, but I'm actually like this friendship is suffocating me to death. The whole food fights and all of that kind of stuff before the realization comes in, especially with the almost like one of the final realizations as he grabs the tomato, he looks at his hands and he sees his friends who look like complete strangers. It's like feeding into that the toxicity and then coming to that realization that in reality I'm all alone and the people that used to mean the world to me cannot see me, because I could be smiling in front of them when my heart is aching and they would not say a thing. Whereas back then they would notice, they would have that fire extinguisher, they would be with me together going into that magical place in the previous music video. Um, it definitely feels very, very dark, and the choreography, the save me, the whispering, and just the emotions and the acting in this music video is absolutely incredible. And like seeing the hands in that red food is almost like a representation of the blood um on my hands as I battled and bled and killed for this friendship, but in reality I ended up being all alone. I feel like this song is incredibly beautiful, and almost like the house that represents them is burning as they're dancing in the final sections of the music video. And some of the scenes like this one, being all alone while the world keeps on moving, the guys are just doing their thing while someone is basically hurting, as the lyrics say, "Friends don't understand me." And it's definitely a very touching song, and I love this concept, how the happiness and like the screaming turn into yelling and almost like a cry. It's absolutely incredible. And then all of them leave the house that is supposed to resemble their memories, which is burning to ash, and all you can wish is for the things to go back to the way that they were, but things are never going to be the same, in a way. Or maybe this is like part of a storyline where, it represents like a dark twist and then they'll come back together again. I'm not really sure if it's almost like a one off or if it's something that is very prominent within the storyline. But even like the choreography was almost like snapping off the neck, like I'm dying right in front of you, almost as if, and you don't give a shit. It's absolutely incredible. And the house burning as the front door is literally open. Like my heart was open to you, and you lied to me, you used me, I definitely feel like there's quite a bit of toxicity with this with the message of this music video. This song was absolutely beautiful, and the music video is fucking fantastic, to be honest. To me, this kind of like represents a friendship that has turned sideways, a very good friendship, where you would kill for each other, but now I'm dying in front of you and you don't even care. Let's move on to the next song. Well, hold up. You can say that adolescence is a whole universally present in the lives of everyone. Large or small, we experience hunger and emptiness in our soul during this period. However, to some boys, this hole invades their life with excessive frequency and complex forms. Very interesting. And fits within their concept, really.
속아는 you're my one and only 이 끝이 없던 어둠 속 like oh my god so holy 모든 내 두 손 끝에서 불이 나게 도망가 멀리 My life for you was a mess 언제나 나는 판을 이길 수 없던 chance 무적행의 바닥에서 넌 유일하게 빛나던 곳 Now I can't stop thinking about you when I'm sinking alone 어느 날 내게 나타난 천사 데려가줘 너의 hometown
Again, they're all... Wait, is that the same car from Love or Loser? Oh.
아마 난 안 될 거야 천국엔 못 갈 거야 어울리지 않아 자리 따윈 천국엔 없어 모든 애들 발끝에서 새까맣게 물들었었지 My love before you was a treasure 나다란 말 붙일 수 없던 measure 얼음뿐인 이곳에서 넌 유일하게 빛나던 거 Now I can't stop thinking about you and I'm thinking alone 그렇다 내게 나타난 천사 데려가줘 너의 hometown I know it's real I can feel
Oh. I love the vocals there. Save me again. Oh, I love this song. Oh. Oh. Oh my god, that's adorable. And the vocals by sorry. I butchered her name, I know. Oh. Oh fuck. It looks like because in a way, like the car was their vehicle to move forward, but it was also like the crutch in the road because it stopped them. And burning that is really an interesting metaphor. And like him dancing with his friends in that room, as in reality they're dancing in the place that they're stuck in, and still having that youthful spirit and that friendship and all. It's like as long as we're together, I don't care what the fuck we are. Nothing really matters. The location doesn't matter as long as I'm with you. Uh,
Say you love me, say you love me, 세계 얘기까지 All nothing 하게 all of you 난 맞았어 이 lovesick
I love the acting. And the lover loser cast. Damn. Please tell me he's not alone. Okay, I know that the song is supposed to be like a romantic song, of like expressing all of your feelings and giving all of that you have towards this special someone. But the music video, the way it's shot, the way the story that we have going on in this music video, the only thing that I can think of is the same thing that I was thinking with almost every song that I've checked out by them, and that's friendship. Their friendship. Uh, I literally just checked out the name. We end this music video with Yunjun. I apologize for butchering his name. We end with him waking up alone. The car is actually intact, the same car that burned. His friends are nowhere to be found. Some of the stuff that we saw as far as like their individual shots is around that neighborhood that is seen in the background with this scene. Is that representing the fact that he's reminiscing, he's imagining, he's on this journey all by himself, and the thought of his friends is the only thing that is keeping him alive, so to speak? And we also have the shot with Yunjun looking at like this aquarium in the living room, which maybe perhaps he feels like a fish himself. Plus, with the 5 fishes that are hovering in some of the scenes, he feels like he's trapped, much like those fishes. As his parents are fighting to the point where they don't even realize that he is taking their keys and taking the car for a ride, but he sees his friends, and it's really, really interesting. There's definitely a lot of happiness when they are all together. It doesn't matter, even if they face like adversity, the car is stopping, the car is burning, whatever the hell is happening with you in my life, everything is going to be okay, as the lyrics literally say, I was fine to die. I'm a loser in this game. Which, like, before I met you, before you became a part of my life, in correlation with the more romantic side, I was a loser before I met you. Now I'm a lover and whatnot. But, and again, the lyrics Save Me are very prominent throughout all of these songs too. It's really, really interesting. And again, we have like the feelings, the lyrics of not belonging in this world, wanting to escape and finding someone that can help help me escape and take me to the other side. The lyrics of the song are in one way very, very tragic, as literally your parents are fighting and you're so tired of hearing it, you just want to escape, and you see the keys and you just want to go away, and it doesn't matter where to, as long as you can move away from it, because you don't care about your life, you don't have anything to lose, so you almost like go through this life with like reckless abandonment. Anyway, you just don't give a shit anymore until that person, which angel who one day appeared to me, is even like the cropping of the shirt there, it almost looked like a heart, but also like wings, which is also really, really cool. Only noticed it now. That's actually really nice. So to me, as much as I would like to talk about the song as like a love song, because it's literally called a love song, but it's more of a, from the music video, is having friendship that makes me want to escape my reality. But the ending puts a very bitter spin on it, potentially, because all of the things that were transpiring were just memories. There's so much that is dealing with like being trapped in a reality that I don't want to live in. Literally this scene right here, feeling much like that fish. I'm not sure, maybe it's a specific kind of fish and there's more symbolism in it than I can even imagine. As far as like the more straightforward meaning of finding someone that turned your life upside down, that kind of pulled you from the darkness in a world where you wanted to end it all, and you found someone that kind of is the light at the end of your tunnel, is an incredibly beautiful message. And the delivery on this song was absolutely beautiful. This is fucking awesome. Let's move on to the final song of this reaction. Very magical. Looks magical but feels dark. Oh.
I'm so shocked. 봄이 와도 없어 뒤에도 온기 창밖에 날카로운 바늘이 또 담아 하얀 숨결 like I see 흔적 없이 거닐는 네 별빛 Stuck in my heart 터진 구멍 왜 이래 쌓인 듯
I love the beat.
잠식된 영혼 난 hollowed out dash 날 부르는 voices I'm in chaos now 이름에 이끌려 혼란 속나 Really lost my mind Really lost it Hit me up voices 모르겠어 why
Doggy.
내 운명은 what 뭘까 좀 답답한 말
Oh.
Really lost my mind Really lost it
Oh. Oh shit. You don't want to know your future here, guys. Oh boy.
얼어붙은 내 입술 옆끝에 맴돌아 불러봐도 그 이름 차가운 이때만 낯선 이름에 깃든 운명을 뭔가 알 수 없어
Damn.
하얗게 맺혀가
Barely holding on. Trapped in the desert, darkness here. It's like happiness is almost like a formula trying to escape, possibly. I don't know. Infinity? Oh, as an infinite version of him appear. Oh. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. I love this chorus. Oh, they came back. But they took something from that world, right? The book or something? Holy shit. That was amazing. I love this. Holy shit, that was amazing. Hey guys, sorry, had to take a bit of a break to walk the dog and take care of some other stuff because this recording is getting a little bit too long, which is the usual thing. I'm gonna have to edit that down quite a bit because I'm kind of, I started to lose my mind a little bit, so I needed to, no pun to Frost, that's literally some of the lyrics, but I feel like it's an incredibly, first of all, the video itself is freaking cinematic AF. It's incredible. The acting, as always, is wonderful with these guys. The delivery, the aggressiveness. I love the delivery of that chorus. It might be, even though "Can't You See Me" is my favorite song, this might be my favorite chorus from TXT. As far as like the overall storyline, I feel like I'm definitely am not gonna make too much sense as far as like the actual meaning within their storyline and all of that kind of stuff. I can only speak from, you know, the lyrics and some of the metaphors visually, like the other meaning that I can think of rather than the meaning that you know, is more popular among fans and everything else. But the thing with this music video is very interesting because it kind of reminds me in a way of Runaway, in the sense that the guys are together, they go into this magical place, they teleport to that magical place, but there's darkness within that magical place with the fortune teller whose face is almost like disfigured and all that kind of stuff. And then they're being told their futures. Inside all of that happiness, which we kind of like encounter with Runaway, as literally the classroom could be burning, but they're witnessing like the spectacle of the door, the giant door burning. And Yeonjun is taking off the bandage and there's no wound, so it's either to represent a dream or to represent the fact that his friendship with his group members has healed him. But also, it feels like, to me, in a very weird way, it feels like trying to escape is the equivalent of trying to ignore the problem, and it's not until you face your fears is when you can actually move forward in the world. Which is why their futures seem so grim, and they have to overcome it themselves, not as a group, not as friends, one by one, whether it's the formula with Kai, who also has wings, like to represent the fact that he's an angel. That I'm not really sure. Like there's a lot of stuff that is happening with the various ways that each of the members is facing their future, and they have to overcome it. Whether it's with the reflection, opening that case, it's almost like the key to solving this puzzle and getting out of there is you. You are the key to your own to overcoming your own darkness, facing the monster with Yeonjun, for example. With the formula with Kai's, like the formula to figure this out, but in the end you have to break the reflection, you have to break the mirror, as it's infinite. There's an infinite amount of versions of Kai behind him, as they almost go like a mirage, a loop of sorts. The grim future with the fire, and then that horse toy, which to me almost like possibly symbolizes like childhood trauma that I need to overcome. The hanging on by that branch and then falling. And it feels like to me, aside from whatever the storyline kind of represents, these visuals are incredibly symbolic as far as them overcoming their own fears in their own way, and they have to do it by themselves because otherwise they're being taken over by the frost. Much like the lyrics say, even though it's spring, it's cold, like it may be warm on the outside, but the coldness is from the inside. So I can be walking around in the summer and I'm still as cold as ice as the frost is taking over. And unless you can kind of like overcome the darkness, you cannot really unfrost yourself, which sounds like I'm saying go fuck yourself to somebody. But this is really, really incredibly cinematic. The fortune teller's face being disfigured, I'm not sure if there's like a specific meaning. There's also like a visual of a bunch of crows. And actually, let me make sure, because there's a symbolism other than The Crow being my favorite movie of all time, with Brandon Lee, by the way. Let's see, The Crow symbolism. So crows, obviously much like in the movie, crows symbolize death, the afterlife, wisdom, intelligence, adaptability, fortune, destiny, transformation, and the future. So the death of you could be, so the death of you could, the death of the old you as you overcome it could be your new future. Very, very interesting. Like crows can be good and they can be bad omens, and it all depends on where you are in the world. So there's definitely the fact that he is hanging on to that branch, and there's crows all over the tree as the lyrics say, frosting over icy white. Like the heart, the soul basically is getting frosted. Even the lyrics say meanings that I don't understand, like not knowing how to do the things that I supposed to do as far as overcome these fears. I'm in this place, I don't know what to do. I'm hanging on by a branch. I'm surrounded by fire. I have a monster coming at me. I'm at the desert. I'm alone. It feels like they really much like the crow, actually, the symbolism of the crow, which is adaptability, they have to adapt, and they have to overcome. And it's really, really crazy. I feel like the song is fucking awesome, but the music video is cinematic as hell, and it's one of the coolest things that I think I've ever seen on the channel so far. It's absolutely beautiful, and all the guys, they have like these different things that they see, whether it's like those eggs, the dog, there's a key, there's almost like this crystal ball. On Dream Island, only chaos exists. So the place that used to be our happy place, even that place kind of got contaminated in a way because our whole soul is being frosted in a way. If that makes any, it's almost like you no longer have that happy place because you've ignored the real problem all along by trying to escape it. Which is a long shot, and I'm sure that there's like a completely different meaning, and you're welcome to make fun of me if you want to. It wouldn't be the first time. But in any case, these are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions. Now, the song itself is absolutely fucking amazing, and I know what you guys are thinking. Yo, there's a performance video. You gotta check it out. And I think I will, even though I'm kind of running into the issue of making a 6th reaction in one video, which might get this video blocked. But you know what? Worst case scenario, I'll release the video without the performance video, and then release that as its own separate thing, perhaps. But we'll see. Wish me luck, because we're gonna check out Frost now. Oh my god.
I'm so shocked.
Oh my god.
봄이 와도 없어 뒤에도 온기 창밖에 날카로운 바늘이 또 담아 하얀 숨결 like icy 흔적 없이 거닐는 네 덕들빛 Stuck in my heart 터진 구멍 왜 이리 쌓인 듯 작은 숨 잠시 된 영혼 난
they're wounded too, so they're like fighting. Really cool stuff. Okay, I love all these guys, but Yeonjun is the bomb. Holy hell. Like, I've seen their performance, some of their live performances, whether it's with Melon or Mama of last year. These guys are truly fucking incredible artists. Like, I'm really loving this video. Let's take it back. This looks like a slightly upgraded Studio Tune situation. Oh. I love this chorus so, oh my god. His eyes, holy shit, but I can't take my eyes off of Yeonjun. I'm completely mesmerized by Taehyun, but by Taehyun, fuck, jeez, never, you know who I'm talking about. But yet, Yeonjun is in the back, stealing the fucking soul out of me. And Kai, hola. I love the aggression. Oh my god. Is he wearing different eye contact lenses? Colors. Oh. Oh, this high-key black and white looks amazing. So stylistic. Oh my god. The split person, James McAvoy is hiding under the bed somewhere from Split. Holy shit. Patricia has nothing on these guys. Oh. No. I love the black and white. Oh my god. This instrumental is... Goodbye. Did it say goodbye? Because that's very fitting. Holy shit, that was incredible. The chaos within the choreography and like the different strobes. It's just... like, if you have an issue with, you know, flashing lights and stuff, I hope you realized that before this video started. Hope you're doing well. But this is incredible. Like, their acting and their, you know, determination, it's just insane. The facial expressions are incredible. I feel like I'm watching somebody with like multiple personality disorder performing, and all the personalities are incredible fucking dancers and somehow coexist within one body and are able to coexist all together throughout a performance. Like, this is absolutely insane. I absolutely love this. This was so fucking cool. I cannot pause on a frame where the guys don't look fucking incredible. And also, like, that red almost looks like icicles or some shit on their clothing, which is also very, very cool. I'm blown away by the artistry here, and I mean, look at that. That I I can't pause anywhere where the guys look off. Look at this. Oh, put that tongue back, bastard. Uh, are you fucking kidding me? Stop it. Okay, I'm just gonna close the internet tab, and that's it. This was fucking amazing. I kind of lost my mind throughout this reaction, and for that reason, I can't even fully comprehend what I just watched. All I know is that I watched a lot of chaos, and somehow they managed to make it all make sense and to make it very coherent, and their facial expressions and their the, the fluidity and just like the constant switch between almost what feels like different personalities was absolutely incredible. It truly feels like they're battling within themselves for each personality to come out. And it's absolutely incredible. So this was a revelation. I already knew that TXT were good, but yeah, from the debut, it already like seeing like a cuter concept, but still almost like having the deeper meanings within the lyrics, which makes the song very wholesome and very meaningful, and almost makes it feel like a bit of a hug. To some of the other stuff with "Can't You See Me" and "Frost," of course, and the love song "Runaway." Every single one of these songs was absolutely incredible. I'm sure that there's a couple of songs that you guys may have wanted me to check out, but unfortunately, these are the ones that I picked for this one, and I can honestly say that there's not a single regret. All of these songs were tremendous. If you guys enjoyed this reaction, and if I made any sense at all throughout this entire what is possibly going to be like an hour and 15-minute video, hopefully not more than that. But if I made any sense and you enjoyed the reaction, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, I'm absolutely blown away, and I'm incredibly I was already excited for the TXT comeback, but now I'm truly hyped with what we witnessed right now. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a wonderful day, you guys.